Hey guys, what's up? Bringing a video just to show you guys the Mosin Nagant M-44 that I just finished buying, and I wanted to make a few videos on this rifle because it's the one rifle that I needed to basically complete my Mosin Nagant collection, as far as having all three types of Mosin Nagants that were ever designed and built, which is the M9130, and many of you guys are familiar with that Mosin Nagant. It's the one that's real long, and this one, the M44, and also the M38. Even though there are many variants that were produced by the communist bloc countries out there, and even the Chinese made one of these. I mean, and they are everywhere as far as design goes. Many countries copied the design of the Russians and build their own type, but I wanted to acquire like the main three, which is like the M9130, the M38, and then the M44, which these last two are actually considered carbines because they're no longer than 40 inches long. The barrel is actually 20.5 inches, and for the rifle to stay under the classifications of a carbine, it needs to be 40 inches long. That's why the other rifle, the M9130, it's way longer, and I wanted to complete my collection, and the one I needed was the M44. Now, all these rifles, as far as surplus goes, they are drying up. The only Mosin Nagants that you can really find now through any surplus dealers are the M9130s, the long ones. The M38s, those are really gone. I mean, and the M44 also, they are dried up. I mean, you can find some M38s, M44 carbines, like through gunbroker.com, Gun America, but what you find there, it's going to be rifles that are really, for the most part, with the bluing worn out, the stock in like kind of like really bad shape, with a lot of gashes and scrapes and dents and stuff. Even though all that could be redone. I mean, you can actually refurbish these rifles and they end up looking really nice. But to find an M38 with really good bluing and in decent shape as far as the stock and the rifling, that they're not counterbored, those are hard to find even there. So, but they do have, you might get lucky and find something decent, but you're gonna find out that they want a lot of money for those. I've seen some that they go up to like $400-$500, incredibly. Going back when these rifles, you can purchase them for $39-$40. I mean, 20 years ago, and gradually they have gone up. And now that they're really dried up, they're not being imported no more into the States, especially the M44 and M38 carbines. They're really going up in prices. So if you're thinking of getting into the surplus collecting hobby, whether you might pick any country to collect certain rifles, I mean, I'm started off collecting just World War II era, and I'm really hooked up with the Russian battle rifles and war rifles. But anyways, I was able to find this one, not through Gun Broker or Gun America. I became friends with this friend of mine now that we've been back and forth through YouTube, and he goes by his channel name is Jet Fuels 545. Really good guy. And we became friends, and we were talking back and forth, about our Russian rifles and stuff. And he had told me about this rifle that he purchased and a while back, and I saw the videos and stuff, and especially he's got 3 videos where he shows He actually has like I think like 4 or 5, but one of them I know is him shooting it at the range, like when he just first bought it. You see it there on the table, you know, shooting. Then the other 3 are the ones that I really liked a lot, and I actually made them my favorites on my channel. You can check these videos out in my channel or his. And it shows the rifle when he first bought it, how, you know, the finish that he had on it. The second video is basically him kind of like, you know, refurbishing the rifle, restoring the rifle, where he sanded down the stock and did a little bit of minor bluing touch up and stuff. And then the third video is actually him showing the outcome of the restoration and shooting it at the range. So if you want to see this rifle in action, you can go and check those videos out. And I'm really lucky that you know, that he sold me the rifle. He talked to me about it, and I shot him a private message, and I said, listen, if you ever, you know, think about selling that M44, I'm looking for one, so just you know, let me know if you think you can sell it to me. And a while back he came back and, you know, shot me another private message and told me that yeah, that if I wanted the rifle, he was willing to sell it to me. So we did the transaction and everything, and now I got it. And this is it right here. It's an Ishvik, an Easy 1945. Basically that was the last year of the World War II. So it's a very significant year, 1945. And an Easy, like I said, it's got all those serial numbers on it. They all match. The bud plate, the receiver, the magazine, you know, fixed magazine, trigger guard, they all match. It's all serial numbers, matching rifle, and it's in great shape. I mean, he did a very good job restoring the rifle, and he basically finished it off with a golden pecan min-wax finish, and then he topped it off with min-wax polyurethane semi-gloss. And the finish, it came out really nice. When I got the rifle, there was very minor bluing that I had to do, especially like on this area here where the bayonet swings out. And I'll probably be making a second video to this just to show you guys up close the rifle. And yeah, I mean, he did a great job on the finish, and I thought about, you know, maybe redoing it with another color, and you know, refinishing again. But I've been looking at it. It's growing on me, and I think it's very nice. The golden pecan color, it matches really good the bluing. Now the bluing on this rifle, on this carbine M44, I can tell you right now, it's 100%. It is unreal, especially on the top of the receiver up here. I thought my M9130 Tula 1934 had a good finish because it's got the pre-war octagon receiver or hex receiver, and that finish on that rifle is really nice. But this thing it's unbelievable. It's just the shine, the depth of the bluing, and how it's even polished. I mean, it's not just like a flat bluing, it's like a gloss bluing. And he did a great job polishing the bolt. I can tell he must have, or maybe he got it like that. I'd never asked him, but it looks like he might have polished the bolt. So I decided to get the end caps of the handguard and polish those. On the second part of this video, so I'll show you the rifle up close so you can really appreciate how they came out. But I decided to do that because they were blued, but I figured I would polish them just to give it like a break up when you're looking at it, like on, you know, on the top of the rifle with the bluing right after the bolt is so nicely polished that I figure, you know, right after the rear sight leaf, I'll just polish the rear and front end caps of the handguard, and it might give it a nice breakup and a nice look to it, and it looks great. This rifle obviously it shoots the 7.62 by 54 rim cartridge, a very powerful round. I mean, I've heard of people hunting with this rifle, basically any game in North America, and it's just a overall awesome carbine. And again, they're drying up. They're not, you know, you can't find them, especially one like this, you can't find them anywhere. So I'm really glad that he helped me out by you know, considering that I wanted to finish up my collection for having all three types of Russian Mosin Nagants, the M9130, the M44, and the M38. And he helped me out by, you know, really selling me the rifle. I'm not gonna say how much I paid for the rifle. You know, I paid a decent, considerable amount, and he was nice to give it to me for that price, because I'm telling you, this rifle right now, the way it is, okay, it can sell easily on gunbroker.com, Gun America, one of those places, or through, you know, a private seller could sell it, I mean, for easily $450, $400, if anything $380. And I didn't even pay that much for it, so he was pretty cool. Jet fuel, 545. I'm gonna stay from mentioning his real name, just, you know, for Privacy Act. I didn't ask him if I could, you know, give out his name, but I'll just give out his channel. You guys can check it out. He's got a really good channel, and basically the rifle has extremely great rifling. The lands are really strong, and the board is really shiny. I mean, I cleaned it really good when I got it, and you guys should see this. I mean, I don't know if Jet Fuel noticed it, but I gave it a tremendous cleaning with this product, Montana board shine or something I got there, and a really good cleaning with this Croyle product that I have, and you'll be surprised. I put a board light in there, and it's extremely shiny, like a little bit, you know, less than this bolt right here. So that's why it's probably so accurate. It's not counterboard. It's the rifling is really strong from the chamber all the way out to the muzzle end of the barrel. It's not counterboard. It's got a great crown, and on his video he shows it shooting at 50 yards, 75 yards, and 100 yards with open sights like it is, and the rifle grouped unbelievable. Okay, so it's a very nice M44. I don't think I would have probably ended up buying one in this condition on my own, because what's out there now is not really worth anything. But just wanted to show you guys. I mean, and I know some of you might say, well, you can't really say that you have your Mosin Nagant collection complete till you buy the real sniper Mosin Nagant M9130 with the scope mount, the original or a reproduction scope. And you might be right, or, you know, it might be true, but and maybe later on I'll go ahead and get me one of them, you know. But at least knowing that these rifles are drying up, I just decided to go ahead and at least try to, you know, lock in the three main Mosin Nagants, real true Russian Mosin Nagants, which is the M9130, which I have a real nice one, hex receiver, Tula manufacturer, 1934, in excellent shape. I will be making videos on all three rifles, so just stay tuned. There are gonna be a lot of more videos on this stuff, and you know, I have the 9130, I have my M38, and I have the M44 now. So basically, so far I was able to acquire and secure, you know, like the three main types, and now I can relax, and maybe, you know, when a good deal comes up where I can get me like the sniper M9130 with the scope and all that, I'll probably go ahead and go for that. We're gonna come back to a second part to this because I want to show you guys the gun really up close. I'll check you guys back in a little bit.